Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Sri's Easy Solutions. Please follow my videos like order introduction part 1, part 2, part 3 and so on. Here I am going to discuss ratios and proportions. This is the one of the important topic in quantitative aptitude. Why? Because it will useful in to solve the questions based on data interpretation, time and work, time and distance, ages and so on. What is meant by ratio? The ratio of two quantities A and B in the same units is the fraction of A by B, and we write it as A is to B. This is the form of ratio. Here A is called first term or antecedent and B is called second term or consequent. The ratio means the comparison of two similar terms in its simplest form. Here similar terms means ages of two persons or weights of two persons or heights of two persons or investments of two persons and so on. Here in the ratios we have one rule. The multiplication or division of each term of ratio by the same non-zero number does not affect the ratio. If any ratio we have, let us take 1:5. If we multiply this by 2, then we can get 2:10. If we again this will divide it by 2, then we get 1:5. So, any ratio, the multiplication or division of each term, the ratio, by the same non-zero number does not affect the ratio. See here, there is no change in this ratio. If we have two parts, first term and second term. Each term is multiplied by the same number or divided by the same number. The ratio does not affect. Let us take an example. The two persons A and B and their investments is 30,000 and 70,000. What is the ratio of investments of A and B is A is to B equal to 30,000 is to 70,000. So, ratio means in its simplest form. So, all zeros will get cancelled. Here 4 zeros, here 4 zeros. Then we get 3:7. The investments of A and B is 3:7. Friends, this is the ratio. The first term belongs to A and second term belongs to B. What is the fraction of A is 3/10. Why? Because how many total parts here? 10 parts. In these 10 parts, 3 belongs to A and 7 belongs to B. 7/10. This is the unusual fractions of A and B. Suppose sometimes in the exam, sometimes they are given total investments. Let us take an example. Total investments of A and B is, here I am writing here only, A and B is 1 lakh rupees. So, and the investments in the ratio is A is to, we will take this ratio only, 3:7. What is the unusual investments of A and B? So, we know the ratio. What is the unusual parts? A belongs to 3 parts. So, 3/10 into, what is the total amount? 1 lakh. So, this will equal to 30,000. So, we get the individual part of A. Similarly, for B, we'll take here B equal to, what is the B share? 7 parts. So 7 by 10 into, what is the total amount? 1 lakh. So here 0 0 will get cancelled. 70,000. The individual part investment of B is 70,000. So see here friends, we get this one. For understanding purpose, I am taking same ratios and the same amount. If we take any, they given, suppose they are the investments of A and B is 1,50,000 and the ratio, the investment of ratio is 2:5 or 2:3. Let us take 3. What is the investments of A? What is the investment of B? How many parts here? 5 parts. So, A's investment equal to 2 by 5 into 1,50,000 rupees. So, 5 3s. So, A becomes 60,000. A's investment is 60,000. Here 1,50,000 and the remaining amount is 90,000. No need to again calculate that. So B's share is 90,000. Here 3 parts. So one part belongs to 30,000. 3 parts. How much 3 parts? 90,000. So this is for A. This is for B. Let us discuss what is meant by proportion. Proportion means the equality of two ratios is called proportions. If A is to B equal to C is to D, we write it as A is to B double colon C is to D, and we say that A, B, C, D are in proportion. See here, the equality of two ratios is called proportion. Here A, B, C, D are in proportions. Here A is to B equal to C is to D. A and D is called extreme proportions and B and C are called mean proportions. And we write it as the fractions like this. A by B equal to C by D. A into D equal to, we do cross multiplying here. A into D equal to B is to C. See here, what is this? Extreme proportions and this is mean proportions. A and D are called extreme proportions. B and C is called mean proportion. So we get product of mean proportions equal to product of extreme proportions. B into C equal to A into D. We write it as like this also. So, product of mean proportions equal to product of extreme proportions. This is the formula for proportions. This is the introduction about ratios and proportions. In the next video, we will discuss some examples.